WiFi's strongest capability right now is its language and spoken ability. So leveraging a tool like this will really help you on your language learning journey. It's not just flashcards, you actually get immersive conversations, and it adapts to whatever topic or the level at which you're learning. The best part is that you'll get real-time pronunciation and grammar, and it tells you exactly how to improve and allowing you to learn faster with more confidence. It has over 80 languages, including English, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, and even Ukrainian, and many more. Whether you're a beginner or fluent, you can join at any level and improve your language abilities. If you want to try it, use my link in the description. It will support the channel, and there is a free trial period, which is always great. Thank you so much, TalkPal. Hello there. It's been a while since I've done a English ramble video. This, as usual, is a unscripted ramble, so sit back and relax. Because this video is probably going to be an unscripted mess, and I'm going to be tapping or using various triggers throughout. I hope you enjoy. I've been recently thinking about getting a bit of a camera upgrade. So if you don't know, I'm using my iPhone 16 Pro and using the continuity camera feature with my MacBook, which, as you can imagine, even if you're not very technical, that there's not a lot of bandwidth in the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection that it uses in order to actually upload high quality video information to the MacBook and then allow me to record. So it's the very bare minimum, I think 1080p recording through this feature, and I would love to be able to upgrade, and even if I'm gonna stick with 1080p for these videos, I think it would greatly improve the look and feel of my videos, especially in the refresh rate area, and it should allow me to do a lot more. It will allow me to do a lot more visual triggers, and it should look quite good. I don't have too many complaints with the solution, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and most likely, I'm thinking of getting the Sony CV-E10 Mark II. The Mark 1 could be good enough for sure, but it's a lot less future-proofed, lower resolution. The UI, so the usability of the camera itself, is a little bit more, but their most newer models have greatly improved this. It also allows for specific features like 4K slow motion if I ever decide to make use of that. But mainly, it seems like a good hybrid camera that I can use for USB connected recording, which will also even let me use it for my day job, which is definitely overkill. I mean, I do sit in a lot of Teams meetings, but so it's not necessary to have a really nice camera for that. It's mainly used by streamers, but I don't plan on doing much streaming, and I do like to record these videos, so if I can have one camera that does both of these things, and occasionally I can take it off the mount or whatever and take pictures with it, then that's fun for me. This is a bug. I'm not sure if it's real or if this is like just a fake thing, but I believe I got it in a museum a very, very, very long time ago. Like, I want to say 8 years minimum. And it's like I used to see a lot of these. They used to be very popular, I think. Like a bug, some sort of bug. It's a beetle, I guess. Some sort of beetle in resin. And it's a really iridescent bug. I don't know if I can make it focus. That's it. So that's what it looks like. It's got this green blue, red shimmer to it, and it really does look different no matter which apologies for all the car noise in the background. A little bit past rush hour, and it's probably not the best time to record, and I'll note that down for the future. But I actually, when I watch ASMR videos, background noise really doesn't bother me. And if anything, it adds a bit of atmosphere. It adds a little bit of atmosphere. Makes the video maybe a little bit more the sunrise is a lot later and the days are a lot shorter, so extra light always feels much better if you can find it. So I've been using that the last couple of days, me and my wife, and we seem to like it actually. We seem to like the Lumi light alarm. I'll probably put a affiliate link if that does sound good to you, but I'm not gonna go trying too hard to sell it to you. I think it's a pretty good product. It certainly beats being woken up by the same annoying sort of melody on your phone that you most likely instantly turn off and then roll over the other side and go back to sleep, or end up being late because you snoozed it too many times. But with the light, it's a lot more gentle, and you do actually start to feel more awake when it is time to get up. That's my experience so far. I mean, Lumi I think is overpriced, or at least as a product it's a bit expensive for what it is, but I think the reason that they mark it up is because they have invested some amount in getting it medically evaluated or medically licensed or something, because they do advertise saying that it's like medically approved or something like that, and they've done some sort of study to prove its effectiveness. It's really, I mean, companies lie all the time, so it's not like, I'm not going to take it as gospel or as a source of truth, because they would be biased towards favouring themselves in the product description. But I think if they make a point to saying that it's a medically certified device, then they probably did do something extra to test that it works and it's effective or whatever. But again, there are a lot of cheaper alternatives that do 90% of the job. I can only say that I'm happy with my Lumi. My hands feel a bit dry. So let's moisturize. So aside from the camera upgrade, or at least in addition to the camera upgrade, I want to be able to mount the camera onto a desk clamp, which allows me to freely move the camera around. I need to get a dummy camera which sort of slots into where the camera battery would be, but it's actually